Hello friends, this is Adam with Movie Guy 365, and in this video I'm going to give you my top 10 best 4K Ultra HD Steelbook editions of 2021. If you're new to the channel, please hit the like button, subscribe, hit that bell notification. You can also find me over Twitter, Instagram, and Letterboxd at Movie Guy 365. Okay, in this video I will be going over my top 10 best 4K Ultra HD Steelbook editions of 2021. If you're a Steelbook collector, it has been a very good year, but also a little bit stressful. Of course, with the ongoing pandemic affecting supply chain issues, a lot of Steelbooks have been affected by this, and it made for some interesting drama, especially in the late summer, early fall. Several movies were back ordered or just not showing up on the website. And there's even some Steelbooks now, as of this recording, that have yet to materialize in stores or have been very spotty. It's just the whole thing. But for us Steelbook collectors, it's still worth picking these editions up more often than not. A lot of times these have great artwork, and it's just something, once a year I want to just celebrate and pick out my versions of the Steelbook that I really want to highlight as the best of 2021. Now with this list, of course, it is going to be very subjective. It will be my list. Yours will be very different, but as always, I encourage you to put in the comment section below your favorite 4K Steelbooks of the year. And this is not going to be based off the movie itself, the picture, or the audio aspects. This is purely the artwork. I, have done reviews for pretty much all of these on the channel. If you want to hear my thoughts on these, definitely check those out. Okay, let's not waste any time. Let's dive right into my number 10. And number 10 is James Gunn's The Suicide Squad. This one, it was based off the image online I wasn't too sure of, but in person, I think it has a nice visual pop to it. It's, very colorful. It's got the squad members represented here, so I really dig it. I think it actually looks very good. And it's got a nice back with Starro. So yeah, The Suicide Squad, the Steelbook edition, is my number 10. For number 9, that will go to Disney's Jungle Cruise. I absolutely love the vintage style of this Steelbook. I think Disney did a great job with it. It's very cool. I know there were several exclusives for Jungle Cruise on release day, but for me, this one stands out. No question about it. It's overall very nice packaging, but yeah, I think Jungle Cruise is a winner. And it's an absolute must-own and worthy of being my number 9. Number 8, that will go to Almost Famous. I know the image has been done before, but I really like the Steelbook artwork, Penny Lane on the cover. It really speaks to the movie. It does. And I think it's pretty awesome. And it's got a nice matte finish to it. So yeah, I like it a lot. It's a very decent Steelbook. So yeah, check out Almost Famous on 4K, the Steelbook. My number 7 pick was the 2014 Godzilla, finally on 4K Ultra HD, and I love this Steelbook. I, of course, am a big Godzilla fan, and while we also got Godzilla vs. Kong, I wasn't as impressed with that steel. So, released, roughly around the same time, Godzilla 2014 really is cool. I like the image a lot. I really like the back cover, too. So, yeah, Godzilla... It's a fun movie, finally on 4K, and worth owning the Steelbook. Number 6 is the Arrow Video Import Edition of True Romance. I got this one from Zavi, and it wasn't available like in retailers in the States. You had to import this one. And of course, this being on 4K wasn't for the States either. So you had to import it no matter which version you got. So I opted for the Steelbook, and I really like it. I mean, Alabama on the cover, it's got a nice color tone. And then we have Clarence on the back, but I'm happy with it. I think the Steelbook is worth the price of admission, and if you're a fan of this movie, get the 4K edition and go for the Steelbook. And for number 5, it's Akira Kurosawa's Ran on 4K Ultra HD, the first Kurosawa film on 4K, and this one was released here in the States by Lionsgate in a Steelbook. International got this one several months earlier, but not in the Steelbook form. So yeah, I'm glad this one came out, and I really like the image. It's very cool. And of course, with recent Lionsgate 4K Steelbooks, they have a slipcover, and the underneath image really pops. This has a nice visual look. It's pretty cool, very impressive. Yeah, I'm very happy with this Steelbook edition. And Lionsgate once again did a great job with this, so yes, definitely pick this one up on 4K Steelbook. And number 4 is Warner Brothers live-action reboot of Mortal Kombat. You know, no matter what you may think of the movie, I think the Steelbook edition really is the way to go. I really dig the cover. We have Scorpion, and then, of course, you do the flip, and you get Sub-Zero on the back. I like it a lot. I think it's cool. You know, it's something, if you're a fan of the movie, the Steelbook edition is the way to go with this one. But yes, that is why it is my number 4. For number 3 is the non-exclusive Steelbook edition of Scream. This was one of those cases where even if you opted for the slipcover versus the Steelbook, you were going to get a decent artwork for whichever version you picked up. And of course, there was some minor drama about getting this one. It wasn't available in stores initially, and then finally it came out like a week or two after. It was worth the wait, in my opinion. I really like the image, you know. And then we have very cool back. And yeah, I'm a fan of this Steelbook, and it's awesome to have in my collection, and that is why it is my number 3 pick. For number 2, that will go to Snake Eyes G.I. Joe Origins. I like this artwork a lot. I think, you know, wow, okay. I mean, the movie's okay, but the artwork is just phenomenal. I really like the image here. Paramount did a great job on this one. And this is also one where I really like the interior. Of course, you have like the Snake Eyes versus Storm Shadow. I'll go ahead and remove the discs for that. I think the interior is pretty sharp. So yes, the Steelbook edition is pretty awesome and one of my favorites of 2021. Before I get to my number 1, just an honorable mention, the Indiana Jones 4-movie collection. I like this set a lot. Of course, the outer case is not the best, but the Steelbooks inside, they all match. They all have a great image to them. Yeah, like really, I think this is a very nice looking Steelbook edition. You know, it's got all the movies. I like it. I like it a lot. I wanted to mention it. So yeah, Indiana Jones 4-movie collection on Steelbook is worth having in your collection. And for my number 1 4K Ultra HD Steelbook edition of 2021, that is going to go to Zack Snyder's Justice League. If you are a Steelbook collector, you know all about the drama behind this release. It was very difficult to get, and it started trickling out in stores well after the release dates. You know, the Best Buy's website wasn't carrying it in stock. You had to actually go into stores, ask for the SKU. It was a whole thing. But in my opinion, the Steelbook edition is awesome. It's got a really nice matte finish. The cover, it's simple, but it conveys the story very well, and it's awesome. I think, you know, the style of the movie, it all works here. So, yeah, the Steelbook edition is pretty awesome, and I'm very happy to have this one in my collection, and that is why it is my number 1 Steelbook of 2021. So those were my top 10 best 4K Ultra HD Steelbook editions of 2021. Now it's your turn in the comment section below. What would you put on your top 10 list of the year? Let's talk about it. In the meantime, please like, subscribe, hit that bell notification. So until next time, this is Adam with Movie Guy 365. I will see you at the movies.